gonna put this over there. Let it so stinking loud. I need to get that that other one fixed. I just need to get the switch for it. And they ain't cheap, dude. Like $60 for a little 3-way fan switch. That's a lot, isn't it? I thought it was. But what do I know? I'm just another really smart guy. All right. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. I'm back. All right. Let's do it. Spin around this way. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, you know what? Better get my chair first. Come on back. Oh, I forgot about this. I got to dump this out. Man, I've been doing it the hard way for all these years, man. I bought myself a pressure bleeder. That's nice. Hey, did I tell you what I found on that Forerunner? So he said that, like, it was lacking power and stuff, and now it's, you know, crank no start. So remember, it's got that 94 LS4 400 V8 in it. So you can't talk to the car. Hey, come on. Come on. Why is this not working? Going this way? Come on. Come on over. There we go. All right. There we go. Yeah, so it's got the LS400 V8 in it. You can't and whoever if I would have did that car, I would have wired it up so you could at least, you know, get like flash codes or something from it, you know. But whoever did it, they didn't care about any of that. Is this so when I went to I could smell fuel. It's got spark, and I went to check the. It's simple enough. I could pop the covers off for the timing. Then it's off. It's not a it's not an interference engine. So that's good. So we told them about it, but we haven't heard back from him yet to see if he wants to do it. Hey everybody, I'm back. Woo! Don't everybody get excited at once. Let's we're gonna knock out a couple things on the Harley, and then we'll go home. Think I might have myself a beer. Well, might have to think about that again. Is there any in here? I'm gonna see if there's one in here. I'll be right back. All right. Check it out. Look, we got these mini beers there. It's like fun size, you know. Oh, let me grab my chair. Man, if you guys didn't tune in last night, you missed it. Got my RV fired up. It was like, blip, blip, blip. Yeah, I can't believe the original clutch or carburetor is actually working with it. It's super exciting. All right, so check this out, man. It's, you know, when I talk about running into weird problems, that's putting it mildly. I've run into the most weird problems, dude. Let me see. Let me show you what we got here. So this is fuel injected. I'm not even sure where to start. So I'm just gonna start with. Oh man, where'd that piece go? I found out that there was something funny, seemed funky on cold starts, right? So I was thinking that it may have a an intake leak, and I was watching a video on somebody else, and I thought, hey, mine doesn't have that gasket. Turns out, apparently, the backing plate that I have is for a carbureted setup. Who knew? So when you don't know, and you're working on something that is close to what you do know, just make it up as you go. Turns out, I had no idea that in this basket case Harley that I had the totally wrong uh, backing plate. So check this out, guys. Come on down here. Got my new setup here. We'll go ahead and check some of this out. So I turn that off for a sec. There we go. All right. Come on over here and boop, there we go. Oh, don't be bad mouthing my chair, dude. So, hey, why you be bad mouthing my chair, dude? That's this guy said, oh no, the chair. That's what I think. Mark says you're jealous. So, see if I can make that a little bit easier to see. And let's raise this up. Oh, look, there's my chair. Love the chair, dude. The chair. The chair. All right, what do we got here? Chevy, I'm doing all right, dude. How are you? Nah, this is a what's this? This is a Heritage Classic. Classic, guys. All right, so let me shut that. I'm gonna open my baby beer here in a second. My baby beer. It's a little baby. Oh, I better get out my standard my standard socket or Allen heads. I hate standard sizes, guys. I hate it. I like round numbers, you know. So, boop, there we go. Get out one of my favorite tools here. The what's it called? Let me see if I can. Let me go ahead and do this. All right. Is it tracking? Doesn't seem like it's tracking. Do I have it in the wrong mode? All right. Let's see if. Bear with me, guys. I'm still learning how to use this bad boy. So it doesn't change that way. Okay. Why isn't it rotating over here? Huh. Well, we'll figure it out, right, guys? Let's not waste too much time with that. Let me work from my chair. There we go. I'm not sure if you guys are getting the feed. This is acting up. Oh, it just came through. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. This is acting up. This is so these pipes, dude. I got these on eBay. I wanted the Vance and Hines ones, but a little too expensive. Let me see if I can if I go like this, there we go, and oh, let me see if it'll. I'm trying to edit this, or not edit it, but frame this so you guys can see the bike as well, but then also see me when I'm talking to you. So we'll try that out. Come on, there we go. All right, see how that works. So yeah, I got these on. I got those on eBay. I think they were like, I want to say it was 150 bucks. It's the second set of pipes I got on eBay too. There was nothing wrong with the first set, but they were longer than I wanted, so I got these. These are kind of cool. These actually came with like a New Testament Bible, which is kind of cool, I thought. Why is it not following me? Damn, man. I'm trying to get that thing to work right. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Bear with me. Oh, we're going to need this. I'm going to open my baby beer here in a second. Hey, come on. Where'd you go? Let's go. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get that thing to follow me properly. Stop. Let's try this. Oh, boop. There we go. Uh-oh. That's not good. Come on. Huh. I'm sorry, guys. It's not sure why it's acting up, but we will fix it. All right, let's get the pop this out. You got my nice K&N air filter. And look, guys, I usually make fun of people that are like, I got K&N air filter. That gives me 30 horsepower. Listen, you can believe whatever you want in your fantasy world, but it doesn't really do anything. That being said, I don't know. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I got this one over the stock one. I'm not one to really endorse K&N. Let me get a 11 millimeter. This is a stupid 7/16 size or 11 millimeter. I hate 11 millimeter, guys. That is the, man. If I'm working on something that has 11 millimeter and I have to take it out, it doesn't go back in. It gets a 10 millimeter or 12. Hey, look at this. I made this cardboard gasket to go ahead. I didn't have the right one, so it actually worked. All right, so this here is my understanding, as I could be wrong here. So my understanding is that this backing, what's the thing doing? What's going on here? What's going on with this thing? Stop acting up. All right. Damn it. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm not sure why this is acting up. Sorry about that. In my understanding, you gonna behave now? Don't act up again. I gotta watch more of the tutorial videos. In my understanding is that this backing plate is for a carbureted twin cam 88. If somebody knows different, tell me, because I don't know. That's I thought it was. So set that aside because that's not going back on. And then we're also going to go ahead and swap out this this mass airflow sensor. So I thought I may have had a leak in here, and so I went ahead and I ordered. My girly fingers can't get in there. I ordered a new. I ordered a new grommet for the map sensor because when I sprayed brake clean in here, it would affect the idle quality. So I thought that's where I was getting this, where we're sucking in extra air. So at the same time, so when I found that out, I was like, all right, well, that sucks. What can I do until I get the new grommet? Well, I put some right stuff around it and hope it seals it up. So I did. And now we're going to go ahead and swap that out with the new, I can't see that, huh? We're going to swap that out with a new, I got a new grommet. I also got a new map sensor. Looking for my, there it is. It's looking for my headlight. Guys, these Streamlight Bandit Pros, not the regular Bandit, you got to get the Bandit Pro. These are great, man. I love these. There we go. Pop that right out. Now, I'm not one that likes to do extra work. I like to give myself plenty of working room. I don't like to do extra work. Hey, Dave. Yep. I'm definitely lying down on the ground. I'm definitely, taking the easy way. So, we can just go ahead and loosen up the I think it's a T20 right here on the side. And we can undo this 8mm, or it's got a T20 hex right on top of it. We can undo that enough, gives us just enough room. So I'll zoom in on it so you guys can see it here in just a sec. Because I got to use a special setup for that. So mosey on over here. You coming? There we go. I got a little kit for this. Oh, yeah. And then I got this. This is great. It's got 2 different sizes, guys. You can actually get these on Amazon. That's where I got. I think it was $40 for the set. This is good stuff, dude. So, boop. Let me see what size it is. Oh wait, this one was the. I think this was that one where it was a little finicky. Let me see here. I think I had to get a little creative with this one. We need one that's just a tad bit longer than that. So I think I used, I think I used a Milwaukee T20 that was a wee bit longer. Yep, that's what I remember getting these out. By the way, guys, I like Milwaukee tools, but this here, this pack out, I think this is one of the most deceiving, stupidest. I don't know who came up with this. Look, I saw this and I was like, oh, cool, Milwaukee pack out. Look, it's got all the bits. Yeah, it's got a lot of bits. Got a lot of bits. You open it up, you got this plastic tray here thing. Look, take this out, and you got all your bits in here. Straight, you got all the bits. Guess what? Nothing to click them into. It's just sitting in the plastic. Oh, there you go. That's great. You know why it does that? Because it doesn't have what it should have. It just has, it's got a little tray. A little tray. Why doesn't it have something more, traditional and expected, like, this here? Oh, it holds little bits in place. Not just drill bits. How about this Milwaukee kit? What do we got here? Oh, it holds it in place. So you can flip it upside down, and you don't have to worry about them going everywhere. Not with the great big Milwaukee pack out. You know what it is? Should be called the Milwaukee pickup, because now I got to pick up all this stuff that fell out. The pack out fell out, pick up. Milwaukee, come on, guys. You guys can do better than this. And you know what? You also start making this stuff here in America, too. A 1/4-inch hex drive, magnetic. That's cool. I got to put all this stuff back in here. Wish I had my kids here today. They could go ahead and put it all away. We'll have to do this later. Dang it. It kind of gets me mad, dude. I was calling Milwaukee out. It's like Milwaukee sent some entity to go ahead and mess with me for calling them out. That's ridiculous. What else we talking about? Oh, yeah. All right, that's it. All right. All right. So what else do we have going on, guys? You guys, we got like, hey, Dave, you still there, buddy? Hey, Dave, you're British. Hey, Dave, what? Hey, Dave, how are your petrol prices? Are your petrol prices up like they are here in the States across the pond? That's my British accent. What do you think? But seriously, are your petrol or gas prices up? Do you guys actually call it petrol over there? My wife had said that. I started cracking up. So, but I'm curious. You know, we've had these gas, these gas prices have skyrocketed. And we have these people in our leadership that say they care about us. But I wonder, I'd like to see both the European and the American and the Canadians. I'd like to see all of their, where you go? I'm talking to you. Get over here. I'd like to see all their stock, their trading portfolios, because something tells me that all of them are getting rich right now while we're paying all this extra money for gas. I'm not sure why you keep moving. Speaking of which, why do you think I could be wrong, but this whole war, Russia and Ukraine, and people are like, oh yeah, let's go after the Russians. I wonder, I'd like to see leadership's stock portfolios, because something tells me that, well, let's backtrack. If there's war, that means companies like Lockheed, Raytheon, what's another one? SAIC, these government contract companies like that. That means they're getting put to work. Boeing, they're, because they got to make weapons. They got to make this stuff. If they're making this, oh, well, guess what? Stock prices go up. So how many of our great leaders have stock in those companies? And they're calling for, well, why are you moving so much? Chill out, dude. I'd like to know why. That's just, I'm just thinking about it from a, come on, stop. Knock it off. There you go. Just from, the outside looking in, just saying, hold on, what makes sense here? Our leaders are calling for us to go bomb the Russians, support Ukraine. They're the little guy. All for the little guy, right? But somebody's making money here. Why are they calling for this? Okay. Dude, hey, Dave says their petrol, their gas is 3 times the price. That's what he says. Let me check. Let me see how many, what is that, pounds over there? Dave, did you know that I lived in England when I was a kid? Have you heard that? Let me see. I'm going to check here real quick. Price of petrol in the UK today. So what we got here? So I don't actually understand this. It says live fuel prices, petrol. It says 158. 158 what? Oh, P per liter. 158 pounds a liter? Dave, is that right? Is this right? £158 a liter, 187 pounds a liter for diesel. So how many? Let's see what the exchange rate is. Wow. Exchange rate between pounds and the US dollar. 135. So 1 pound is $1.35. So, this can't be right. I'm missing something here. I'm missing something here. This doesn't seem right. So, how much is $100? So we got typical memory 100 or around 100. So that can't be right. There's no way it's 100 and there's no way gas is 158 pounds a liter. I'm missing something here. Let me see. Cost of petrol per gallon liter in UK. Let me see. What am I missing here? I'll go back to the comments here in a second. So this is 157p. Does that really mean 100? There's no way it's 157 pounds. That's just a. If that's the case, then Dave's way off. It's like, I'm no mathematician, like 10 times more, right? But so 158. Let me see. I'm going to check the comments here in a second. I'm just trying to figure this out because now I'm curious. I'm trying to figure out how much gas costs in the UK. When I looked it up, it said 158p per liter. There's no way it's 158 pounds per liter. All right, let me go back here. Thank you. All right. Okay, so he said $1.95. So why was it saying this thing, Dave? It's $1. It said $1.95 for 1 liter, and our gallon is 4.8 liters. Wow. So $1.95 times, so $2 times 5. Wow, dude, that's almost $10 a gallon. Is that right? $2 for 1 liter. Well, hold on. Yeah. Wow, Dave. Yeah, I usually don't deal with liters, Dave. I deal with quarts. So I was thinking of 4 quarts. Wow, dang, dude. I hope you got enough money to power them jet skis while you're on vacation, man. Wow, that's crazy. That is ridiculous. So, but Dave, you see where I'm coming from then? How many leaders, how many of our world leaders have stock in oil companies? Something tells me, could be wrong, but something tells me a lot of our world leaders bought a lot of stock in oil companies before this happened. That's, of course, those are stories that you're never going to see explode or really follow unless they want you to follow that. Because if they want you to follow that, that means, well, look over here, don't look over here. Gosh, man, we live in such a corrupt world, dude. It's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Man, I'll tell you what, I've been thinking about, we've been thinking about, moving. Mark's probably gonna be shocked when he hears this. We've been thinking about, moving to, a place, where we have some land and could, grow our own food. I don't know, man. Oh, I came in here to get that T20. You know, it's, there we go. Because it seems like there's so many. I'm in Colorado Springs. This used to be a great city. It was, you know, one of the things that was cool was there were signs everywhere all the time. It said, "Keep Colorado beautiful," or I think it said "Keep Colorado beautiful." Dude, you can't find those signs now. They're not around anymore. You know what is around? Homeless people all over the place that didn't used to be a problem. What changed? That's, man. And I don't claim to have all the answers, but I'm definitely not someone to just, you know, complain about something and not offer a solution. And I've got ideas of how we could easily, you know, we can start doing something. And part of that is, you know, what if we got, you know, military style barracks, military style barracks. You put them kind of a little outside of town, and you go around. Those homeless people know, hey, look, want to help you out? You need food, you need shelter. We can help you with that. We got these barracks right outside town here. You guys, we're gonna teach you, you know, how to go ahead and start growing your own food on a little, you know, almost be like a little compound out there. You know, uh, it would be, uh, and people that don't want to go and do that, well, you don't allow them to just hang out and uh, you know, annoy people all over the place. It's you say, look, we don't really go for homeless people hanging out here. You're not welcome. You know, you'd be like that movie. What was that? You remember American History X? He's like, you see this? You're not welcome. Not welcome, dude. It's if you're homeless and you don't want to help yourself, Colorado Springs is not the city for you. This has got to change, guys. We cannot have this keep going on. So maybe I did use that shorter one. I could have swore I used. Oh, maybe it was this one. I think it was. There we go. It was this guy. It's this little guy. So yeah, that is not cool, dude. Hey, Dave, I wasn't whining. I drive a big bad Suburban. I'm like, gas prices? Yeah, what about them? I don't mind. I'm riding a big bad Harley, dude. And when it snows, I drive my little CRV. Uh, so let me do is let me show you guys kind of what we're looking at here. Stop. There we go. So you guys have an idea what we're doing. Come on in here. Hi, handle. Hey, what's up, Debbie? How you doing, dude? Um, all right, so guys, check it out. So right now, we loosened the little T20 up in here. Oh, loosen this guy up. Get my girl. See, I got the girly hands, man. I can go ahead and get them in here. Loosen that up. I'm not taking it all the way out. Then, with that, then we go ahead And go ahead and come up top side. Right here. That's a T20 in there. Oh, can't get the angle there. So, you know what we do? We don't worry about that. Go ahead. Now, you got a couple different options you could do here. We're going to go ahead and do this. Put a little 8mm. Boop. And what you can do, if you want, is with that loosened up, you could do a couple different things. You could take something like this little bad boy here. And look at all the flex you get on this thing. Look at that. Yeah, I put the wrong one in there. Did I? Did I put the wrong one in there? I sure did. I sure did. There you go. Look at this. Look at all that flex, man. Get that. Oh, there it is. I'll pop this bad boy out. Well, Debbie. Huh. Go ahead and spin this around. So, Debbie. That green? There we go. So, Debbie, that's okay. If I had more women in here, I'm sure my wife was pretty little upset. I already told her that you tune in. She was like, "She flirting with you?" I said, "No, babe." Said she's retired. Thinks she just likes learning about cars from the best looking social media technician. That's just true. Me, best looking social media technician. I can't help it. I was born this way. But Debbie, I always appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much. So, in fact, Debbie, you're here. So I've been thinking about on Saturdays, like one Saturday a month, I'm gonna go ahead and real quick, guys, I went ahead and loosen. I'm taking this top bolt, all the way out, and then I'll have some flex because we're loosening that up so that we can maneuver. Well, I'll show you real quick. So Debbie, I'm thinking about doing a class for people on like one Saturday a month where I can, show people, hey, this is what you need to, know if, just some basics about your car. Start trying to, just give people some basic information that they're going to need, like for students going off to college, stuff like that. What do you think about that, Debbie? Think that's a good idea? So look, with that bolt out now, we've got some flex. Which bolt do I need to loosen this here? So that's going to allow us to wiggle this some over just enough that we can take out the map sensor, which is right over here. So right here, this little guy. And oh man, what's that thing doing? Stop chasing me. Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that, guys. Put that back on. All right, so sorry about that. So this is our map sensor. We loosened this piece up over here because it kind of rests on top of the map sensor to hold it down. So now I'm gonna wiggle this back some. Let me see if I got it loosened up enough. Now I can pop this up. Well, it's gonna be a little hard because I put that right stuff around here to seal it up. So now I got to pay the consequences. Come on, get out of there. Almost say, well, now I shouldn't worry about changing it. Come on, there we go. There we go. Got that out. And that goes right. So I can get you a good shot of this. Right there in that hole there, guys. Won't focus on that. So right in here. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to put the new one on. Whoop, whoop. And let me go ahead and lock this to hold on. Why is that so loose? All right. Loose. Guys, the money that you guys donate to me, I really appreciate it. I use it, try to go and buy nicer equipment. So as soon as I master how to use this stuff, I'll be able to do a better job of it. All right. Wow, that's really close, isn't it? Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and unzoom that. Sorry about that, guys. All right, look. Hey, here's our map sensor. I got a new one. Let's put it in. Oh, there it is. Got this from JP Cycle. They did not pay me to do that or say that. They should. Or they could pay somebody that, And don't you guys get irritated when you see these, these reviews or, it's a shop and they're like, oh, yeah, oh, we got this nice new map sensor from J&P Cycles. And, I really love the, what have we got? I really love the V-twin power products. I mean, they really do a great job making, listen, don't believe any of that crap. They're paid to say it. I'm going to tell you the truth. It either works or doesn't work. I'm going to lube this up with a little bit of dielectric grease to shove it in. Oh, I'm going to open that little baby beer I got. Hey, can you put this one back and grab me another a baby beer that's actually cold? Yeah. Don't drink that. I might drink another one of those later. You better not.
It takes one to get their back.
No. What else? All right. So, like I said, we got our new one. I like to use a little bit of lube. So, put our dielectric grease on here. We're going to shove it in. Boop. And your map sensor, it's super important, dude. All right. I'm going to snake this in here. All right. Oh, I tell you what, that looks a lot better already. The old one, thank you. The old one, guys, you could see this was kind of mangled. And this bike was a basket case when I got it. I wish I would have kept better, did a better kind of, repairumentary on how I got it to where it is. But this seal on this looked pretty buggered up. That being said, I don't know if the map sensor itself was bad, but I decided to replace it. You can get just the grommet itself. And I actually bought a couple of those too. All right, so now that we got this in, we're going to go ahead and put this back up on top of it to hold it down. Wow, that's interesting. Looks like this one here actually actually sits better on the that it actually is held down better by the thingamabob, that bracket. All right, cool. Let's get that on. Boop. We're gonna put our little bolt back in, our little wee boat. It's a little baby boat. It's a little baby. You guys remember Austin Powers? I saw the first time I saw Austin Powers was when I saw the second one. I think it was the second. Yeah, it must have been the second one. The one where he's like losing his mojo or something. And I saw it in theaters with some other kids from the high school I was going to. Guys, I thought that was the funniest thing. Why is this thing so good? That movie cracked me up. I never heard of, I never knew what Austin Powers was or anything. I grew up in a pretty conservative household, kind of sheltered from a number of things. So I didn't know about it. And then when I saw that, that was great fun. I really enjoyed that. So little baby, get in my belly. Man, I thought that was so funny. I remember I didn't even know what SNL was till I was in 10th grade. Sonic's Licky Scoob. True story. Oh, that's a good idea. I forgot I gotta drink that. Yeah, hold on. See, I'm gonna open that baby beer. It's only like 2 sips, man. Where's my keys at? There they are. All right, good. Got my Hooters bottle opener. I've had that, dude. I've had this since before I was old enough to drink. I used to love going to Hooters, not because it's Hooters. I love their chicken wings. Of course, now they give me diarrhea, so I probably can't eat them anymore. They don't give you very much in there, do they? Oh. I enjoyed that. All right. So, hey, Debbie, if you weren't here, I don't think you were here last night. I got my neighbor gave me, I say gave, I traded 20 labor hours for his 1978 Mini Winnebago, and it is cool. I last night I had my boys down here, and I'm trying to teach them a trade. So I was telling them, hey, look, let's see if this fuel pump works, and let's see if this carburetor is going to work. And sure enough, I can't believe it. It will. It runs off of the carburetor's working, and so if I take a gas can and just run a line from the fuel pump right to the gas can, it'll suck it right up, put it up to the carburetor, and the thing moves right along. I'm super excited about it. This morning, I went to go ahead and blow out the line from the gas tank to the fuel pump, and that blew out just fine. Unfortunately, when I went to go blow into the gas tank, it didn't blow. It went. Try again. So, a little bummed out about that. I did take some 44K. Dave, do you guys have BG's 44K over there in the UK? Do you have the 44K over there in the UK? It's this stuff. This stuff is awesome, guys. I love this. I took a funnel, little hose. Now, well, hold on. Took a funnel, little hose, and I poured this into the little, spout nipple coming out of the gas tank, hoping that it's going to eat up whatever's gunking it up. I mean, I sure hope so. What sucks is I didn't have any fuel hose, so I used this vacuum line. This probably ate right through it, but hopefully enough if it got into the hopefully enough got into, ate through that stuff. I gotta put this somewhere. There's a good spot. Boop. There we go. All right, let's wrap this up. Oh, good. What else we got going on? Did they show you how it worked? Are you asking if my kids? Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Dave, are you asking me if my kids showed me how it worked? No? Yes? Yeah, my kids showed me how it worked. They did a great job. I'm really proud of them. You got kids, Dave? Hey, what's this? Oh, man. I should have used this T20 right here. It's a little guy. Boop. Let me put that one in here. Oh, no. That's it. You're 50 and no kids, dude? That's too bad, man. If you're as good as you say you are, you could have taught them a lot of stuff, man. I tell you what, man, this generation we're in now, dude, these kids, dude, they need all the help they can get, man. So anyways, I got this, oh, that's interesting. Oh, so Mark, guess what? So Brad, the guy that like runs the, you guys listen up. So we got the, I had this intern kid, right? So Brad, the guy that runs the intern thing, he calls me today and says, hey, I got to get your, the hours for, when Jonathan's been there so I can pay you. And he said, but I only have this like one day. Is he blowing off his internship or what? So remember, thing is, Jonathan can't, it's a little too close. Jonathan can only do the internship here if he works at the nonprofit the same day. That's not my rule, that's their rule. And so Jonathan tells me a number of times, I can show you this text. I can show you guys the text. He says, yeah, Brad canceled us working today, so I can't come in. Brad canceled us working. He sends me screenshots saying of like a message from Brad to him that says, I felt like crap the past 3 days. So something's weird here, man. Something seems a little fishy. Something's odd. Something's up. It's for Brad calls and says, is he blowing it up? And how's he doing? And I said, right now's not a good time. I was busy. I had that guy waiting and trying to get something else figured out. So I told him I'd call him back. I did, and he didn't answer. So I don't know. And what's weird is that I've told Jonathan, I'm like, dude, you can come in, like they don't have to pay me. It's really nice of me, I think, but I'm like, you can come in. I'll teach you stuff, and he doesn't come in, and then he complains about, I need a job, because I'm living at my mom's house with my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, you come in here, I'll teach you something. You can start getting some skills. I'll help you get a job. Well, where? Well, have you tried Costco? Oh, I don't want to be in sales. Dude, you need a job, dude. You live with your mom and your girlfriend. That's the generation we're dealing with, guys. I don't know. I told him, I was like, you can come in here. I said, I need help with the YouTube channel. I need someone to help film the videos and edit them. And dude, I gave him a task to edit a video. He did a good job. And so I told him, I was like, I'm willing to pay you. I will give you some of what the YouTube channel makes. Doesn't make very much, but if you're helping me put content up, it'll make more. And What are you doing if you're at home? What are you doing? It's crazy. Huh. Gary Warren. That's what Gary. Hey, Gary Warren. Gary Warren. He put up these emojis. It's this, and so it's. I don't know what that means. Tweaking. Yeah, I'm definitely, dude. I'm tweaking big time. Yep. Definitely tweaking. I try to lay off the brake clean, but I mean, in fact, you know, it's funny. It's funny you say that. Tweaking. Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely tweaking. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put this up there. Let me go ahead and came up with this earlier today. I'll share it with you guys. Oh, there it is. There it is. Here it is. Oh, man, I cracked myself up. You guys are going to love this. I am absolutely tweaking. You ain't seen nothing yet. Boop. There you go. Absolutely tweaking. You're welcome. I was waiting for somebody to pull that, you know, run their mouth like that. Triggered? Yeah, that triggers me. It triggers me, man. Speaking about triggers, I got to show you guys what time is it? We got to get going. Got to show you guys the tactical light that they sent me. It's pretty sweet. I was really impressed with it, and wanted to show that to you guys. So let's wrap this up, and then show you that. And there's that little guy go. Boop. All right, and this goes back in our pack out kit, which I told you guys this should be called the pack out pick up. Pick it up before you pack it out, or pick it up after you pack out, because it goes everywhere, because it doesn't actually click into place or anything. I'm not sure what they were thinking with this. Stupid. There you go. Boop. Out. All right. Oop. So we're gonna put this one on. It's our new one. Now, what I didn't understand about this was that the Twin Cam 88, these are breather ports, and this comes with a nice little gasket, so I don't have to make another cardboard one. I know my cardboard one was, you know, Griffzilla garage approved. So what's interesting about this is that when using this, you have a lot more open air around. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. A lot more open air around the air filter. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. See what, guys, last summer, you know, and the summer before that, when I actually, you know, took this over, I would be, you know, busting my butt. And I was like, I told my business partner, I was like, man, I was like, man, would you just buy me a Harley, dude? I just, you know, if I just had a Harley, I wouldn't mind working late sometimes, you know, because I could relax on the way home. And he's like, Griff, I'm not buying you a Harley. We got to actually make some money first. And now I have a Harley. That's such a blessing, guys. I always wanted one. Sorry, gotta get this off here. And Jay, if you're still here, I got the I do have the stuff to wrap up the other Suburban. Now, let's see something here. Where'd the wondering where the bolts went for all that. We had a little kit. Yeah, find that in a second. Now, does this slide through this? Oh. It does not. Huh. So that's interesting. Huh. Let me see something here. Man, that's a tight fit. I don't know if that's supposed to go like that. If anybody else knows, feel free to tell me. Look at this, Mark. Man, I wonder if I can wedge it over it. Look, this does not. It doesn't slip in there. See what you think. Dave, I've said it before. I do not entertain. Oh, my kid, not entertain. I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. Where'd the there's a bolt kit. There it is. See what I'm saying? That's weird, isn't it? All right, well, I gotta make something happen here because I'm gonna put this setup on there, but I'll order another air filter, but that doesn't. So Dave, you remember a few weeks ago you're like, man, this guy struggles with everything. I just think, this is what I'm dealing with. Is that supposed to go ahead and slide through there? I don't think it is, because if it did, it would. Yeah, that won't work. So that's because if it slid through there, well, yeah, if it slid through there, it'd have to slide into that. So that won't work. So it's gonna suck in. I'm gonna order another filter, but that's right, man. Yeah, because it can't slide through there because it can't slide into the throttle body. So, all right, well, that's a real humdinger. That's a real humdinger. So earlier today, Mark, Renegades of Funk was on by Rage Against the Machine. And I don't know why I did it, but I started thinking of King of the Hill. And I was like, dang it, Bobby, they're renegades. Renegades of funk. Dang it, Bobby, that's not the good kind of renegade. They're not renegades like Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone. They stood at the Alamo. Dang it, Bobby, that's when men were men. Now, men don't know what they are. That's my Hank Hill. Man, I'm telling you, dude, Mike Judge needs to reach out to me. Be like, Griff, we got a new role for the show. We're calling it the best. Have me on there. I'll be the best looking social media technician. I'll have haters like Dave James on there, siding with Hank. Because Bobby be like, but Dad, he's the Griff. He's the best looking social media technician. Dang it, Bobby. There's no such thing as a good looking technician. I just came up with that. And definitely not a social media one. That's like those influencers. And they're all fake. Man, I cracked myself up, man. I'm glad I got to share that with you guys. Dave, I bought this because I thought, you know what? I'll go ahead and do the K&N thing. It's what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm in doubt. I might need to get the Milwaukee out and just zhoop. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it off flush with this. And I'll order see, I don't like doing that stuff on here because while it's funny for shock value and for a good short later on, if I ever have time to make it, it takes, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to cut that off real quick. So we're going to go ahead, whoop, cut that off flush. And then now that's flush and it's got to mount up against this. Yeah, it has that. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, team. I might have to get my cape on for this, guys. Oh, so come on. Might have to get my cape on. You know what? I'm not gonna tease you guys anymore. I'm gonna get my cape. I think I'm gonna have to cape up for this. I think it's gonna happen, guys. I think the cape is coming out.
Don't hit the wall this time.
Did I hit the wall last time I put the cape on? Oh yeah. It's I get a little carried away indoors with the cape on, you know. So and the first thing we gotta do before we get the cape on is we gotta get it out. Let me go in here, we get changed. It'll be like Clark Kent, you know. I gotta make you guys wait for it here. Hold on. Get my cape on. This is happening. You all ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. That song sucks. Oh, this will be even better. You ready? I got it. I got it. I'll be like Ash from Evil Dead. Got my cape on. I'm ready now. Yeah, it's gonna do some sewing. It's gonna sew this thing right off. All right. So, for those just tuning in, we caped up for this. We got to make this Milwaukee filter work. Come on. We need to make this a little bit more flush until we get the new one. So, let's go ahead. We were in doubt. So, what do we do when we're in doubt? Somebody. Get the Milwaukee out. There we go. Make it official. When in doubt, get the Milwaukee out. Oh, it didn't work. I gotta get new batteries for it. Dang it. That would have been good too. Maybe next time. Let's start cutting. I need to come down on it. Well, this is gonna be a really good short, so I need to get the Mark, grab the fan, bring it over this way. Grab the fan, bring it over this way. So grab an extension cord if you need to, so you can put it right there. Oh, you watching? Come on. The recording? Yep, let's go. Come on, come on. I'm a little thirsty. Look, man, I'm like David Lee Roth. I got no time to mess around. Bum, bum. You guys know what I'm talking? Remember that? And he's like, I've been to the edge. There I stood and looked down. I lost a lot of friends there, baby. I got no time to mess around. Bum, bum. Ain't talking about love. I'm gonna turn that into a song about, Frenching on cars. Hey, look, if you can't find Topo Chico, get Saratoga. Hey, Mark, put it on high. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel a breeze. I feel like this is the time. When in doubt, get the Milwaukee out. There we go. We got to make this K&N air filter work. Why does it keep getting away from me? There we go. Oh. You know what? I got. You know, when you're in doubt getting the Milwaukee out, there's more than just one option. I'd like to get a little better. Oh, you know what, dude? I'm gonna let's give each of these a shot. This man. And look, guys. Hey, come on, camera. Let's go. But man, change these things out like John Wick, dude. Just, trying to make sure I got this on the high speed. There it is. Oh, there we go. I try up to 11. These go to 11. Actually, this one goes to 12. It's too louder. Oh, yeah. Well, I thought it was, oh, yeah. Let me see. Look, right now, I'd go with this one typically, but since we got a couple of different options, I'd be remiss if we didn't try them all. You see, I got a new blade in here, I think, too. I thought I had a new blade for that. Where'd it go? Look at that. We'll try this one. All right. Here you go. Put this. I'm going to check comments here in just a second. Some of y'all may not agree with my approach, and that's okay. You don't have to watch. This is definitely cape material. I don't know if this is the best one for this, but we'll give it a shot. So maybe a little too aggressive. I like aggressive, guys. Big fan of aggressive. Man, I could probably make that work. I don't think it's the best option, but doesn't mean I won't give it another shot. Quack. Quack was something me and my buddy Alf came up with. Well, it's not really ours. We didn't come up with it. We got it from some kid that would say that when he got a little wound up. See, I can't get a good angle in here with this. And I can't. I can't really get the angle I want to make that clean. So I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm gonna go back to where'd that one go? There it is. I like this one the best for this. So if you're cutting air filters or customizing your K&N air filter, I recommend this Milwaukee tool. Make sure you get the fuel one. If you get the one that's not the fuel, wait, I don't know if this one comes in the fuel style. If it comes in the fuel style, you want the Milwaukee fuel. All right, we're gonna have to clean this thing out real good because we don't want to be getting any metal coming into the Harley. Let's get it done. There we go. Yeah. Cut it up. Cut it up. Whoa. Yeah. There we go. Look at that, man. All right. Let's smooth that out real quick. To smooth it out, we'll go to another Milwaukee tool of mine. It's one of my favorite tools. We're going to go to, I better check the comments here. I'm sure somebody's unhappy with my approach. That's okay. My style's not for everybody. Guys, the Milwaukee Fuel, I talk about this one almost every time. That little hex set adapter. Now we got a little clean them up tool. All right. There we go. Get this guy. Try to deburr the edge just a wee bit. Make it look clean. I'm going to end up putting another filter on this anyways. But for the ride home tonight, I needed an 8 filter that was going to work. Almost. And I think that's just about done. There we go. Almost there with our custom K&N air filter. Ooh, that's nice. That'll do, guys. That'll do. All right, cool. All right. Yeah. I think that was definitely cape worthy. You guys can disagree all you want. I know that I'm not afraid to make things happen. All right. Let me put these away real quick. We're going to put that thing on. Get ready to fire it up. Dude, look, Milwaukee, they didn't come up with that advertising idea. I gave that to them for free. They should be thanking me. I would put that on my LinkedIn page. Be like, hey, thanks to having that Milwaukee, I was able to modify my K&N air filter. Go ahead and tag them. What do you guys think? All right. Let's go ahead and take this off for right now. It's my cape. Told you guys I had a cape. All right. Let's go ahead and see what kind of comments we have for that. I'm sure somebody did not appreciate that. I'm going to find out who in just a sec. Let me blow this filter out real good. All right. You working here? There we go. All right, let's see let's see if anybody appreciated that. The superhero is updated. Huh. Oh, thanks, Carl. Yeah, I've already put down my definition of tweakers, guys. All right. Hey, Mortal, what's going on, dude? I had a Corona earlier. Sorry, guys. I was busy modifying this air filter, so I wasn't able to see all the comments. So, boop, boop. All right, let's blow this out. Now, for all the haters that are going to say, there's still going to be some metal pieces in there that get in the engine. You may be right. I may be crazy. But it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. And if there is a little bit of metal in there, it's going to burn it up. And what's the worst case that happens? It damages the engine? So then I fix it. All right. So, got that. Got our gasket here. Let's put this guy on first. This came with some pieces. Let me try to read through the rest of these. Safety glasses were in the toolbox. Tactical troll. Well, enough said there. Johnny, take care of the people that don't really want to contribute or appreciate, what the channel's all about. And for those that don't know what the channel's all about, I started this channel to help people out. I did not start it because I wanted more attention. I get enough of it. I'm busy being a husband, father, and running a business. Yeah, I'm busy. So I started this channel to help people out. I remember I couldn't find information on something I was looking for. And I thought, man, there's 4 videos. None of them show like the trick. And I thought, if I'm, looking for that one thing, and I do this every day, how many other people are looking for that one part? And I thought, I'm just going to do this myself. That's the same way I started a shop. I thought, I could do this better. So I didn't just run my mouth or troll people. I went ahead and did it. So that's what this channel's about, man. Helping others, helping yourself. And look, if you're watching this, know this. God has a plan for you. That's right. The guy that you just called a tweaker, he's telling you that God has a plan for you, because he does. Low battery, low power mode. We put that on a charger. And there we go. I don't know where George Washington is, or General Washington is. He used to tune in quite a bit. I think he's upset with me or something. I don't know. Okay. Tactical troll. You raised. I have my fingers. That's funny. Yeah, God's blessed me, man. I've been really fortunate. Okay, there we go. And boop. There we go. What else? That's right. I got a cape. Appreciate the sparkles. Hmm. 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 Back to a civilian. That's funny. All right. So, hey, Johnny, I know you were here last night. The 78 Winnebago fired up first try this morning. Thing's awesome. I'm so excited about that. All right. So here's what we got for some adapters. Now, these are supposed to be breathers. So where did I put, there they are. So, oh, come on. Man, guys. All right, oh, good, that fits. So, I don't know what these little guys are for. Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what are you doing? Come here. I don't know what this little one's for, because I thought it didn't fit this. It doesn't fit here. Now, fortunately, this guy does. This one's important because it's going to go right behind here. So let's go ahead and I think we're just going to run it like that. So I don't know why it come with so many. That seems a little silly, but I don't know. We're going to run one here. Go ahead and shove this. Oh, wait, is that one too small? Oh, okay, hold on. So it's got different sizes of them. I wonder if some of these are actually a little bigger. No. No. I came with a couple of those, so that's all right. We know that. Oh, that one works. Put that guy on. All right, got that guy. And then those that are just tuning in, check it out, man. My Harley, it was a basket case. I had no idea this was, for all I know, is for a carbureted twin cam 88. Because everything I've seen doesn't mean I'm right. I'm saying everything I've seen for the fuel injected does not have that style. So I'll put this on here. And yep, there we go. Got a little gasket action here. We're going to shove this guy back here. And then got our custom gasket here. We're going to use the gasket that came with. There we go. But right up against there. Oh, man. I'm going to send that video to Milwaukee, see what they think. They'll probably be like, well, we appreciate your enthusiasm for our tools. We don't really condone modifying an air filter where metal flakes can get in it, or some corporate crap, man. I'm tired of that crap, man. All right, this guy here. What am I missing here? Hey, the bike is a 02. No. Okay. Texas Hill Country, the hey, Meher son. If you don't like the way I do things, that's you don't have to watch. It's okay. But you know this. God did make you special, and he has a plan for you. So don't be like, eh? The tweaker just told me God has a plan. I sure did. He's got a plan for you. And you know, I would put my comment back up there about how my tweaker acronym. I came up with that this morning. I thought I was so clever. I was like, this is really good. I gotta write this down. I'm glad I wrote it down because I forgot what it is already again. All right, we got our. It's so funny, guys. We were watching. Me and my boys were watching Karate Kid 3, and they wanted to watch the Karate Kid series because we had watched the Cobra Kai show, and I'm trying to tell them who the characters are and stuff. And there's a part in Cobra Kai where Terry Silver's like, she's like, I was on cocaine and stuff. I was like, yeah, he was all coked out. So my one son, he thinks that's the funniest thing to say, you know, that he said that and that I repeated it. So I told him, I was telling him last night, I was like, Denver, you gotta understand, most people aren't like daddy. And they think that, you know, I'm coked out or something all the time. So when people meet people like me, they think, oh, he's got to be on coke or something. It's just the way I am. I only know one. Well, I told Denver, I was like, I was telling him, I said, you know, son, if you see somebody acting like I do, chances are they probably are on drugs because I'm the only person I know that acts like me, except for, as I told him, one other person. And he said, oh, Eastwood, that's my other son, because he's just like me. And I was like, oh, so I guess there's two other people that I know that are just like me. My son and this guy I used to work with at Volvo. Man, if I wish I could try to get him on the show because he was man, I had a great time working with him, and he was like I am. It was cool because he's a few years older than me, and I learned I kind of learned some you know, kind of tips or like ways to manage. What's the right word? I learned some ways to conduct, you know, kind of channel my, you know, my energy and stuff from him. He's really cool. I'm having a little trouble with this one hole. What do we got here? All right. Hey, Johnny, take him in Maris and just kick him out, dude, if he's acting up. You know, we don't want people that don't want to help themselves. Why is that one struggling? I don't like, man. So I'm going to take this off. I don't like that this one is having a little trouble getting started. So let's just see what's going on here. Make sure we're okay. Okay. So we're good here. I wonder if this actually comes with like a sticky thing on the back side. Doesn't seem like it. Where'd that go? Oop, there we go. All right, let's try that again. So shove this guy right here. Just shove it in here like you just don't care or something like that. All right. Okay. And then that's my paper gas. That's not the right one. Where did, oh, there it is. There we go. You know what's funny, guys, is, you know, people say, you know, nasty things, but I remember when, you know, almost every job I went to, and I've had over 50. I'm going to see if I can get like in the Guinness Book of World Records for most, you know, W-2 jobs. But, you know, it was like every job I went to, people would, you know, it was like everybody liked me at first. Well, most people would like me at first. And then when I started like showing them up, or like, you know, like when I was wrenching, doing, you know, flagging more hours than them, and they they'd start to you know, kind of dislike me. It was a lot of times it was they were jealous that, or envious that, you know, I made them look bad, or, you know, that I was, you know, making them uh, you know, hold them to a higher standard, as, you know, I'd be, you know, doing jobs. And why is that fighting every time? If they hold on, you know, they'd have to go ahead and you start holding them, you know, hold themselves accountable, because they're like, damn, you know, I can't kind of half-ass anymore because Griff's over here and he's running his mouth, and he's, you know, he's doing you know, he's doing the same job I'm doing, and he's not complaining. He's, you know, flagging more hours than I am. And it kind of sucked, man. It's like, and then this guy told me that one of my bosses, he's really cool. His name is Tim, and I think he's out of the industry now, but he had run a number of super successful body shops. And he said, Griff, dude, when you're at the top, everybody's gonna come and try to take you down. And he was right. So I'm wondering what I'm missing here, because I'm watching this go straight in and having a little trouble getting that to start. And you do not want to just jam it in the hole. So I do like that song. If you guys haven't heard it, you check it out. It's called Jam It in the Hole by Electric Six. And I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, I thought it was like a commercial or something, because there's a part where he's like, the singer says something like, I'm Courtney Love. Who the hell are you? And I was like, what? I had to back it up, and turn it was a real song. You hear it, you're just like, you can't help but like just want to dance, you know? All right, so let's try this again. Looks like that. Wait. Oh no, I hope that's not the problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Hold on. I think. Wait, are we okay? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, put that back. Almost got it, guys. Oop, take that out. Yeah, but I learned, man, I had to learn the hard way with a lot of stuff, man. I remember when I was had this job at Pizza Hut, and man, the other kids liked me there at first, but then like by my third week, they had this thing called Champs, where it was supposed to be like a reward program for I'll look at this in just a second. It was supposed to be like a reward program for the employees, right? It's called Champs, and it well, I'm a little confused with this. It went in. I threaded that by hand. Now it's bound up again, and it may be because we modified the filter. The hole may be having it be a little offset, fighting it. But they had this program called Champs, and you know, they reward, you know, like whoever kind of stood out as like the hardest worker or something of the week. And man, by my second, it was like I won it once, and then the next time it's coming up, and like, okay, this week's winner is, and this one kid, his name was Ace. I don't know if that was legal name or not, but he was like, oh, Griffin. And he was like bummed out. He was irritated that that I was winning again. It's like, dude, all I was doing was doing my job, man. I was trying to do it the best I could. Yep, it's Pizza Hut. So I tried to do the best I could there, man. Like with that intern kid, I tell him, you know, he's complaining about, you know, me trying to help him get a job at Costco. And I was like, dude, I I didn't always have a shop in a a YouTube channel and stuff. I wasn't always a knowledgeable technician. As I started at McDonald's, man. Actually, I started at cutting grass and washing cars, but you got to start, man. You got to start somewhere and just try to be the best. That's all I can say about that. Okay. What's going on, text? What happened? Who's spamming my chat, man? Why is that a spam about the All right. So it's 02. What's this? What's this deleted message? Oh no, come. That's okay, John, if he says that. There's Washington. So, General Washington, I'm glad you asked about my thoughts on gas prices. I shared this earlier. Now, of course, my average viewer only stays for about 30 seconds. So, some of you may not have heard this, but the hold on. Oh, that looks good, man. Nice. Damn, I'm good. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, dang it, I forgot to put I said damn I'm good, and then look, I left out this piece. I said earlier, Washington, that with these gas prices, I want to see the stock portfolios of our nations and other nations, world leaders. I want to see their portfolios. Why did somebody's getting rich, and did these people invest in oil right before this happened, and they're making a ton of money? I think I can pull this back off. Okay, so let's pop this. Dang it! I ran my mouth and look, it bit me in the butt, bit me in the patoot. That's what I get. The Bible says pride cometh before a fall. Now I did say thank you, Jesus, too. So, yeah, my thoughts are, where did the nations, did the world leaders, did they benefit from these prices? And my guess is absolutely. And it's the same people that they're supposed to be helping us. They're benefiting from these gas prices, and they benefited from the war in Ukraine. Oh yeah, they benefited from it. They're saying, oh yeah, we got to keep attacking Ukraine. We got to help Ukraine. Yeah, all the while their Raytheon stocks going through the roof. Their Lockheed stocks blowing up because they got to make weapons. They don't care about those people. That war, if they actually cared, that war. This is just my thoughts from the outside looking in. This is just my mechanic brain of, looking at things and keeping it simple. But something tells me that let's look at the facts. And a lot of people don't know this. They like to call me meth head and stuff, but I'm the most educated meth head I've ever known. Right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Yep, Mark agrees. Let me jam that in there good with my, come on, get in there. Get in there. Boop, there we go. Zelensky, when he ran for president of Ukraine, he ran on a peace platform. No war. And Putin I forgot about this. Putin is, they've like, for some reason, they don't want Russia to be a part of NATO. And if Ukraine joined NATO, that would mean essentially, hey, there could be missiles pointed at me on my border because I'm not allowed into NATO. That's what Putin is, just probably what he was thinking. Wow, I'm not allowed in NATO. If Ukraine joins, that's an opposing force. So Putin had said, hey, look, Zelensky, don't join NATO. Zelensky, who ran on a peace platform, a peace campaign, no war, said, Yeah, screw you, Putin. I'm going to go try to join NATO. And Putin said, well, that wasn't very smart of you. And we have this conflict. If the US, if Biden at the time and Trump afterwards would have said, we're not giving you any money, that's your problem. You poked the bear. Putin said, don't put missiles on the border. You decide, or don't, Putin said, don't join NATO. Do whatever you want. Don't join NATO. We can have some vodka. You do some vodka, Zelensky. Let's do the vodka. That's how I think it went. And Zelensky said, nope, I'm going to try to join NATO. The one thing that you're public about me not doing. If the US would have said, dude, Zelensky, that's your problem. You put your people in danger when you decided to poke the bear. If the US would have took that stance, the rest of the world would have followed. No one would have gave money to Zelensky in the Ukraine, and probably no one would have died, because as soon as they started coming across the border and Zelensky starts trying to launch stuff, he knew that the U.S. was going to back him. That's why he decided to poke the bear. Guys, this stuff's orchestrated. Our political stuff is theater, dude. That's all it is. So that's just my thoughts on that. Okay. Okay. Who's the ghost? Washington, I've told you. Don't ask about numbers, business stuff. It's really none of your business, dude. If you're financially invested in this, it'd be your business. And I'm not very mean about it. It's none of your business, dude. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, just blow harder. Okay. Yes, he is. You're fine. What's this? I love ice cream. That's okay, Rocket. If they're asking about ice cream and stuff, because I do love ice cream. In fact, I should probably go get me a popsicle right now. I'll be right back. Oh, I gotta go. Almost 9. Gotta go. Gotta go. Boop, boop. I'll be back in just a second. Have to heat my ice cream up. Woo. Oh, there we go. Got my ice cream. All right, got my ice cream. Yeah, I love these. It's called Coco Bole. I got my Coco Bole, and I'm here to stay. Gonna eat my Coco Bole every day. I love my Coco Bole. I love these things. They're great. I wrote that song for Coco Bole. I didn't even charge me. I should have wrote jingles for a living. It just comes to me, man. All right, so here's the thing. This is all set up now. And so now that we don't have the backing plate on here, and I just saw my buddy's Harley. It was like this. This rides on here. And I think I'm gonna put some like weather stripping adhesive in here so that it stays on. Or I'm gonna put some super glue, because I like the trim on it. Turns out I have another one of these that I think it says something a little different. I don't know I'd like to get one that doesn't say Road King on it, but hey, I'll be the Road King, whatever. I identify as Road King. Guys, what are your pronouns, man? That Mark's the guy in the background. He doesn't want to be on today. What's wrong with the poster? You talking about the one that says destroying your automotive repair fears? That's my poster, or that's my banner. That's my thing. Casey, why are you talking about ice cream? I love ice cream. What's this one say? Johnny, it's okay if they want to talk about ice cream. Yeah, I'll entertain that because I love ice cream, dude. But Johnny, we talk about everything here, dude. That's it's a shop. We talk about everything, so that's okay, dude. I'm not unhappy about that. I get annoyed with the tweaker stuff because it's I know that I'm different. Uh, I know that I'm different, and so I've worked really hard to get where I'm at. So it kind of hurts my feelings when people say that about me because they don't know me. They don't know how hard I work at being a good dad, being a good husband, try to be a good shop owner. So yeah, that stuff annoys me. I wish, man, I wish it. I'm telling you guys, when this channel blows up, maybe it will after that. After the the Milwaukee thing goes viral, but when it blows up, I am gonna love calling people out that say tweaker or meth head or something. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, I will pay first class ticket round trip for you to come out here, come to the shop, bring whatever drug test you want. And when I pass, I want a written apology and you have to reimburse me. So if someone's that competent to run their mouth, let's all put their money where their mouth is because I'd be putting up everything at first. So guys, that would be so cool. Be like, wow, did you guys see that channel Griffzilla Garage? The guy called him a meth head, and he was like, okay, look, round trip ticket, I'll pay for it. Come out here with your drug test and prove, put your money where your mouth is. No one ever takes him up on it. I think that would just be so cool. No one does it. Not one other channel does that. Till now. All right, let me wipe. Got this clean with some alcohol. Put the weather stripping on here. Yeah, so guys, I talk about everything. It's not just automotive because in the shop you talk about everything. I don't know how many of you guys. I know Dave. I know David James. Wrenches, but guys, it's when you're in the shop. I think any job, you talk about all kinds of stuff with the person that you work with, and so that's why I try to cover everything. Here. There we go. Spray adhesive. See, I think that's gonna spray too wide to put that on there appropriately. I think I'm probably just gonna put some super glue. I don't think that I'm not gonna be able to get like surgical with this to get it on. So I think we'll probably just use some. And I don't have the I don't have a squeeze tube of 3M stuff to put that on. So yeah, we'll use a little bit of super glue. That'd be just fine. Because it's not like it needs to ever come off. You talk about everything with, you guys talk about everything at work, So that's why I try to cover it all, man. So, whatever's on your mind. Okay. Well, it's okay. So yeah, Casey, sorry, dude. Yeah, we can talk about ice cream. I got my popsicles. I put them in the microwave for just a little bit. Dude is fully loaded RN. What does the RN thing mean? Is this another tweaker method joke? Because when I hear fully loaded, I think of Judas Priest, which is like loaded, bloated. He doesn't say bloated, but I think it'd be funny if he did. And now thank you to still loaded, loaded. Get him bomb. My younger son, he likes Judas Priest. What else? Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Loaded right now. You guys, wait, I got a surprise for you guys, man. I'm gonna do something else that no other channel does. But that's crazy, man. I only got 13 people. I guess I'm not that entertaining. That's all right. I know that no other shop does it like I do. It's just a matter of time, guys. Well, you know what? I'm gonna wipe that out a little cleaner with the alcohol pad. Almost 9. Yeah, gotta get going. No other channel does it like I do. I mean, Mark's been wrenching for 10 years longer than I have. He's been wrenching for like 30 years. Mark, you ever wrench with somebody like me?
I don't think so.
He said he doesn't think so. You said you had a good time doing it? Yeah. Thanks, buddy. All right. Loaded. So I got a funny story, guys. So now we're over here, dude. So when I was younger, I told some of you guys, I grew up in a pretty conservative home, right? And I was going to this Baptist private school. I was in it was for 5th grade and 6th grade. And my dad, both my parents would, they had volunteered to substitute teach sometimes, so that to help pay the tuition. At the same time, my dad had would DJ parties like weddings and stuff sometimes. And so all the kids, the kids of the school, they really liked both my parents, but they really liked my dad. He's a fun kind of guy, right? So one time, one of the older kids, one of the high school kids, was like, hey, Griffin, does your dad like Judas Priest? So you got to remember, there's a Baptist church, very strict, very legalistic, and they find, they see that, they're asking if my dad likes Judas Priest. I didn't even know who Judas Priest was at the time. But it turns out my dad had asked this kid to go grab something out of the back of the car. And when he went out there, my dad had a whole bunch of CDs that he had borrowed for doing a wedding or something. And Judas Priest happened to be one of them. So I don't think they asked my dad to substitute after that. I think the tuition went up. So I got a spanking soon after. Probably for running my mouth. I'm just kidding. I didn't get a spanking for that. But I did get spankings at the Baptist church. That was bogus, man. I'll tell you that story later. All right. About done here. Marshmallow high. I love a marshmallow. Marshmallow. You like a marshmallow? You like a marshmallow? I like a marshmallow. Oh, here we go. Hit the street on Sunday night. I'm loaded. Loaded. All right. Guys, man, when I really want to tweak, I start huffing the spray away. It smells so good. What else? Johnny, I found tires for the, hold on. I found tires for the RV. It looks like I can get 7 of them, to include the spare for less than like $900. So I'm super stoked about it. I'm a little nervous just about the tanks on it. I try, when glue dries, it gets like kind of a crusty look, So I'm trying to make sure that I don't have that here. So I've got a buddy that's supposed to come out and check the, that's supposed to come out and kind of like check that stuff. I was hoping that maybe, just maybe, I could have that thing going for Memorial Day weekend. And because I want to put an HEI ignition on it and a couple other things, obviously tires, but oh man, I really don't want to spend the money on the tires until I know that the rest of it's going to be okay. So I'm a little apprehensive, because like with the Pacer, I spent the money on getting the, a lot of the stuff, and then I can't find a power steering rack. Well, it's not a power steering rack; it's a manual rack, but I can't find one, and I'm not sure what to. I can't. I know I could fab something up that would work, but I don't. I really don't want to spend the time doing that. So I told the kids that we're going to go ahead and do this RV first, so we can use it. So hoping that tank stuff is all good, dude. Is the gimbal moving a lot? The RV has a 440 in it. It's a Dodge, big bad Dodge, big block, 440. It is sweet, dude. I'm super excited about that. I think I've almost got this where it looks okay. I should have let that dry before I went ahead and tried to wipe it down. I smeared some of that super glue. That's on me. And in reality, I should have been patient and just, waited till I got some 3M weather stripping glue. But I'm not known for being a very patient person, which is, kind of why we didn't wait to go ahead and put a what's it called, a new air filter on it. No, dude, no 420 friendly, dude. But I'm telling you guys what, and I know people are gonna want to rent this thing when I get it done. It is so sweet, dude. I can probably get the rest of that with it on here. Yeah, not a 420, dude, man. This tweaker's not a 420 guy. All right. I want to get this thing detailed, man, but the guy told me he's gonna be like $600. I almost spent $600, man. That's a lot of money. I can't really justify that. Try to just get this last piece off. All right. Flash RC. That comment, that uneducated, disrespectful comment's free. Next one, you got to hit the super thanks button, because that doesn't fly here, dude. We don't have we talk about a lot of things, but we don't allow lies on the chat board. So Johnny may need to educate him. Nobody disrespecting me in my house. Son. It's funny. I hear people say that, and I don't even feel like I'm doing anything crazy, And got one spot right here. Come on. It's not even that late. Quack. All right. All right. Let's see. It's really close, man. It's really close. Not close enough that I want to let it fly, but it's close. Um, you know, um, hmm, what was I gonna tell you guys? When I was in high school, I hated school, guys, and I I did not want to get up and I had to take the bus. Nowadays, it seems like everybody gets a ride to school. It's like, man, get your butt out there, get on the bus, dude. I don't know why all these kids are getting a ride nowadays. My service driver, her kid, I gotta go take my Kenzie to school. It's like these kids get rides, dude. Get up, get on the bus, man. Get on the bus. Well, I didn't want to get on the bus. I just didn't like going to school. So I had this little Honda, Mario, listen to this. I had this little XR80 dirt bike. And at the time, we were living at an apartment while my parents were getting a new house built when we had just moved to Colorado. So the the there was a church right next to the apartment place, right? And I had asked them, I said, hey, do you think I could keep my dirt bike like right in between the shed and the fence here at the church? And they're like, yeah, Griff, that sounds good. So they let me go ahead and park my dirt bike there. Well, the bus, there was only like 4 stops on the bus, right? But it came at like 5:30 in the morning. I don't think I'm exaggerating on that. So I didn't want to get up at 5:30 to catch a bus to go to school I didn't want to go to. So I had Mario, I decided I was going to ride my dirt bike to school, and I was just going to park it at my buddy's. I was friends with these 2 kids. They were twins, and I was like, I'm just going to park it at their house, right by the school, and I'll just walk down to the school, right? Well, this girl, her name was Aisha. Is that right? I just want to say, man, I have to look at my high school yearbook, but I might do that when I get home. I think her name was Aisha, and uh, she's like, my first name's Steve, and so that's what I went by in high school. And it's like, Steve, you missed the bus. I was like, yeah. Well, I didn't really miss it, but yeah, I didn't make it. And she said, I said, I'm just gonna ride my dirt bike to school. And she's like, can you take me too? So it was me and this girl Aisha, I think that was her name. And on this little XR80 dirt bike, I was like cruising down the side. The other kids were like passing us. The parents were driving them. And this is funny because this one kid, this one kid in the class was like, he's like, yeah, me and my mom saw you this morning, and she's like, who's that? He's like, oh, that's Steve, this ADD kid in my class. I was riding my dirt bike. You guys remember that movie, The Dirt Bike Kid? Did you ever see that, Mark? So there's this movie called The Dirt Bike Kid with Peter Billingsley, the kid from A Christmas Story. Oh, 9 o'clock. And she's like, the mom says, see, it doesn't even lock on here that way, like it does with the other one. Uh, she says to him, I forget what the character name is, but how are you going to get through life if you can't even do a simple thing like keep the bacon from burning on an 80cc dirt bike? Take me anywhere I want to go. And he's got this YZ80. That movie was great. All right, let's see how this fires up. All right. I got something a little bigger than an 80cc dirt bike now. Boop. Nope. I think this is like 1400 and something, right? Boop. Good. There we go. All right, let's fire it up. Like that movie The Crow. Fire it up. Oh man, I meant to get a video of that phone, that horn for that one company. All right, there we go. Y'all ready for that? That's not a very good angle. Go ahead and do it this way. There we go. My big bad toolbox back there. All right. Um, uh, Still not right. All right. All right. Well, then we're about done. Okay. Shop online. I'm Indonesian. Oh, Indonesian. That's nice. Okay. Well, Mark's doing his Walmart shop online. I don't know what Mark's doing. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something. And yeah, you got any questions? Want answers? You know, we're tune in the future. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.